a collection video update and a walkthrough of the man cave. So, yeah, what is seemingly a regular hallway, but past this doorway is something magical. Prepare yourselves. Alright, so as you first come into the door, have some posters and some art prints. Some concerts I've been to recently, Jack White, the Foo Fighters. I got this pretty cool art print. Unfortunately, it got damaged in transportation. I got it signed by Andy Park when I went to the Seattle Comic-Con. Here's a cell of Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here is the bar with my Guns N' Roses stuff, some pops, the record for Appetite for Destruction, and also an art print from when I went and saw them in concert. A picture of Captain America back there. The fridge with an empty pizza box and some Hot Toys boxes and some Avengers fridge magnets. Here's my bestas. We got the Hellboy PF. Hot Toys quarter scale Dark Knight. And the quarter scale NECA Dark Knight. And down on the bottom shelf, got my quarter scale NECA Turtles from the original movie. Leo and Raph being my favorite. And then Mikey and Donnie. Domino's Pizza Box. Baby turtles and some snacks. An art print I picked up in Seattle at the Pike Market. And just some fun wall art. Empire Strikes Back, my favorite Star Wars movie. My dartboard. And Spider-Man. Up top of my Billies are some pretty crappy collector's editions from video games that I got over the years. And some knickknacks and stuff the kids gave me. Or the Turtle Van. Mega Blocks. Some gargoyles. Just some other random stuff up top. Here's my turtle shelf. Got Shredder. And Raph and Leo and Donnie and Mike. Next shelf. Got a custom Punisher I kind of threw together with the 11 Punisher head sculpt. And some stuff from the Marvel... I think it was a Marvel Legends, like 12-inch old school figure they had. I always planned on doing a different vest or trying to find one from the actual Hot Toys one, but they're pretty expensive on eBay. I ended up using the Barney Ross body. This is the knockoff Ghost Rider. And that is the legit Blade. One of my faves. And then we got the Guardians. Some of the different baby Groots. And then down here on the next shelf, we got the Marvel, I believe it's Gallery, Cable, and Thanos statues. Not a big statue collector, but really like those ones. We'll move on to the next shelf. My video game guys. So Dante from Devil May Cry and Snake from Phantom Pain. And Kratos, NECA Kratos. Would love for a decent 1/6 scale of Kratos. Probably the best game that's come out this year. And then, got my Hot Toy Spider-Man shelf. And that Tom Holland head sculpt. Still one of my favorites. Then the next shelf down, I got my Logan shelf. With the Steelbook Blu-ray in the background. And then the next shelf is Deadpool. That's the first Hot Toys Deadpool, not the new one. And then quarter scale NECA. And then some odds and ends from the movie. And while I'm down here, might as well start from the bottom up. Got the Hot Toys Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Joker, Batman and all his accessories. Not very posable, but fuck, he looks badass. And then the custom red hood I put together. Found a Sideshow Deadpool pretty cheap. Broke them down for some of the parts. And the holsters and the guns. On to the next shelf. The Sideshow Batman. And then the Dark Knight. That's the DX11 with an extra body and outfit I got from 1/6 Kit a while ago. Used to have all of the Dark Knight figures. Used to take up like 3 shelves in here, but I sold them off and just went down to the bare minimum for these guys. Then the next shelf, got my Avengers. I still love the Ultron cap. He's got the magnetic shield that clicks onto him. And just always sits right. And that Infinity War Thor is pretty badass. Then the next shelf is my horror figures. Got pretty lucky and found that Sideshow Ash when I went to Seattle Comic-Con in the summer. The asking prices on eBay were pretty ridiculous. So I got them for a decent price and brought them back over with me. And then some of my NECA figures. Now, onto the next shelf. Got one of my favorite 90 movies. Eric Draven, The Crow. And then down here, got the Hulk and Loki. I love this pose with Bruce and the Hulk. It's like he's getting ready to change. Then the next shelf. I got my Reeves Superman and my Justice League Wonder Woman. Not very posable, but she is gorgeous. A lot of people are complaining she doesn't look like Gal, but I don't know. I think it's pretty damn close in hand. And here's my main entertainment stand. And some of my framed comics. A pretty sweet Batman picture the girlfriend got me for my 40th last year. And this is a pretty sweet art print I got from Chris LeBron's. And then some of my favorite movie figs. I think the VIN is pretty spot on. I think they did a good job. Paul Walker, a little iffy, but didn't have a lot of choices when it came to that. And then this Toyota Supra. Next shelf, Fight Club, Blitzway, and they killed it. This is probably one of my favorite released movie figures. The head sculpts, the detail, even right down to the accessories are insane. Then on to the next shelf. A couple of my favorite movies from the 80s, one from the 90s. A little NECA gizmo. And on the bottom shelf, some more recent movies and TV show figures that I loved. Custom John Wick I put together. Mal Reynolds from Firefly and Serenity. And then Mad Max. And then we got the next shelf. It's the Empire Strikes Back Vader. I do have a Return of the Jedi Luke coming. I plan on sitting on this shelf with him. Hopefully I get him within the next couple of days. And then some classic Star Trek. Used to be one of my favorite shows as a kid. Used to stay up late at night and watch it on my little 13-inch black and white TV. And have the volume so low so my mom didn't hear it, so she wouldn't come in and yell at me to go to bed. And then the Marvel Venom. Great piece. Looks awesome. Disappointed some of the plastic glassed pieces around him broke off, but alright. I'm also a big gamer, so some of my titles for PS4, Switch, and Xbox. Then some Blu-rays. Got a bunch of 4K ones down here too. And some Steelbooks. And then the fireplace. Got my luchador mask I got when I was in Mexico. Some of my comic short boxes. And don't worry, I know it's close to the fire pit, but there's a fire extinguisher behind there, just in case. This piece, Predator, I believe it's made out of fish bone. I also picked them up in Mexico. Thought it was a pretty cool piece. Some graphic novels. My Infinity War cookie jar. And Hasbro Iron Man helmet. Looks pretty sweet and it lights up. But I have a huge noggin, so it doesn't fit on. Some of my classic consoles, the minis. I know the PlayStation gets a lot of flack, and that's not as good as the NES classics, but that's the console that got me back into gaming. Then you got the Hasbro Captain America shield. It's the plastic one, not the metal one. But looks great. I love it. And then over here, some of my Batman stuff. I love this statue. And then the Sentinel from The Matrix. Plan on doing a display in one of my cabinets with Neo. And hopefully eventually Agent Smith when he comes out. And my controller holder. A friend sent it to me from California a few years ago. It's nice. Holds my controllers and my headphones when I'm gaming. And then some more framed comics. And then this picture. It's from the collector's edition box from the first Injustice game that came with the game and a controller. Got it for Xbox, and I really liked this picture. So I ended up cutting it off the box and framing it. Now on to my other bestas on the top here, because there's no room. I have not found a cabinet that'll fit in, which sucks because it gets pretty dusty. But I think it looks pretty great. It's a nice display piece. And then the next besta. This is my Batman animated figures. Probably my favorite show of all time. I have some other figures left, like the Harley and a couple other box set figures. I still gotta open up and find places in here for them to display. Another Batman picture. Another NECA quarter scale Batman from Arkham Origins. And there's the Batmobile from Batman the Animated Series. And the Artifacts Batman, which is a pretty sweet statue. The stand holds different face plates and hands, so you can switch out the look. And then the next shelf. Start with my Terminator. That's the Hot Toys quarter scale Endo. He's pretty badass, actually. He's got some metal parts. His jaw moves. and all the pistons and stuff move when you move them around. And then the endo arm from the 4K Blu-ray Collector's Edition. I was really hoping it would be better than it was, but for a display piece it looks pretty nice. But the thing is light as a feather. But for what it is, it looks good on display. And then the Battle Damage DX13 Terminator. And we'll move on to the next cabinet. This is all my Terminator. These two shelves. Right from the first movie to the second movie. It's the top shelf. And that was, I believe, the first Terminator figure, or T2 figure. And I can't remember what MMS version it is. And then that's the DX10 with the DX13 slightly damaged head. And then we got Sarah Connor. And the T1000. The liquid version came with the DX13 Battle Damage. T800. And then the T1000, as most people know who has them, comes with enough accessories to do another Terminator. He's got the split head and the helmet, but looks pretty sweet still. And here is my killer attack dog sleeping. He's my Nerd Cave protection bodyguard. If anybody tries to break in, you better look out. He's a real killer. He's like a missile with teeth. Alright, well, that's it for the cave walkthrough, or the Nerd Nook as the girl likes to call it. Yeah, it's just a little bit of insight into some of the things I enjoy. Movies, collectibles, yeah, video games. You know, I'm a nerd at heart, have been since I was a wee lad. But it's what I like, it's what I enjoy, so yeah. And the woman upstairs puts up with it, so but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks for joining me on this walkthrough, and if you like the page, like, subscribe. I plan on adding some more content. I think the next video I'll probably post is after I go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Probably do a video on that, and yeah, maybe get back into doing some videos of some figures as they come in. But yeah, thank you, and hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.